Good morning everyone, this is our last day in Kanazawa, and before doing the rest of the things that we want to do a little bit express, there is one more thing today. It's early in the morning right now, it's just 9, and there was one thing I wanted to check before we finish, because yesterday I received this. It's like a notebook to collect different stamps in the castle. Right now I only got one from yesterday in the Hisayagura, but there are 7 different stamps. So my challenge, I don't know if I'll be able to do it because I'm a little bit in a rush to do this, but my challenge will be trying to get the 7 different stamps. It's my last chance today, so let's try. This is Ishikawa-mon, one of the access gates to Kanazawa Castle, and the closest one to Kenrokuen Garden, just behind. So far, I managed to get another 3 stamps, so in total I have right now 4 stamps out of 7. Well, I think in total there are 8, but more or less. There is one stamp that is going to be a little bit difficult because right now it's like 9, 20 and 25 more or less, and most of them are already like, most of the stamps are already there. But one of the stamps says like you need to go to the tea house, and that tea house opens from 11. I don't know if I'll have time to go later after 11. So as I said, I will try to get as many stamps as I can, but I am not sure I'll be able to get them all. Forget what I just said. The stamp that I was looking for was actually here in the Tsurumaru rest house. I thought the rest house was the one at the other side of the Yagura, but that was apparently not the rest house. It was just the toilet with a tea house that will open later. But at least I could find a good rest house and have the stamp. That means I have 1, 2, 3 stamps left in this castle and one more left, a special one. Finish! I managed to take the 8 stamps, 7 of them in the castle, and the last one, it was a little bit special, but where is the other one? You can see that this one is Ishikawa-mon, one of the gates. If we turn around, the special one is over there, the Kenrokuen. It's been really nice. I managed to find it, but in case you are here, in case you are interested in getting these stamp books, let me give you one hint. There is hints hidden here for where to find them. You can see that here there is a small letter in yellow color. It says Stamp Setchi Basho, which means like stamp location, basically. Because sometimes the stamp you want, it's not exactly in the place. For example, the first one is the Ishikawa-mon, but the stamp is not exactly in the gate. If you search for the place where the stamp location is, it will say Iriguchi Kyukeijo, which means the entrance rest house. So you don't have to go to the gate itself, because putting this kind of stamp in the middle of the gate would stop the rest of the people from moving forward. So they put it in the rest house. So if you don't understand Japanese, you might not be able to read this, which means you can still find it. if you're lucky, but you cannot read the hints. Anyway, I managed to get these 7 plus 1, in total 8 stamps of my stamp book, which is, I think, a really nice farewell for this castle and the Kenrokuen. It's been really nice. I've been enjoying a lot. It's my 3rd day in Kanazawa, and I've come the 3 days to this castle, so yeah, I'm really enjoying it. But after this small farewell, it's time to move on, because there's still more things to see, and we have just 1 more day left. But wait, there's more. If you finish the 8 stamps in total, I thought it was going to be just the stamps and congratulations, you know. But also they say, I was reading, that if you get the stamps and you go to either the management office, which I have right behind me, this one, or you go to the entrance of the Ishikawa Mon, where I was before, in the rest house, I didn't see that before, you get 2 things if you show these 8 stamps. Number 1 is this small stamp. Whoop, I'm covering here. You get that small stamp on the corner. That's basically an evidence that you will not get the presents later. Okay, so that you cannot be getting this present again and again and again, obviously. And the present itself, when you finish, it's not something very special, but anyway, at least I get something, which is this badge. A badge of the Kanazawa Castle Park. Yay! Everything was completely free, and I got this badge for me. I guess like the other stamp that they put on your passport is basically to make sure that you are not claiming for this badge 1,000 times, but it's very nice. At least I could get my badge, I could get my stamps, and now, as I said, let's try to get ready to visit the rest of the places in Kanazawa. Let's go! But before leaving the castle, remember there is an exhibition inside Myōryūji, the center of the castle, currently a museum where you can learn more about the history, restoration and construction process of the castle. This information about the construction of the walls and the different layers was really interesting, and it helped me understand the sample that is exhibited on the outside. From the windows of the Minomaru Museum, you can see where the archaeological excavations are being carried out. Kenrokuen is one of the must-see during your trip to Kanazawa. Considered one of the 3 most beautiful gardens in Japan, it was created and extended through generations by the feudal lords of Kaga Domain, the former name of this region. Unlike the sit-and view style, where you enjoy the landscape from a single and specific point, this strolling style has plenty of ponds, tea houses, hills and cottages arranged beautifully, being a wonderful place to walk around. The name Kenrokuen literally means garden that combines 6 characteristics. What are those characteristics? Well, according to the ancient Chinese gardens, a perfect garden should have 6 characteristics grouped in 3 pairs, and Kenrokuen has them all. Spaciousness and seclusion. In other words,
open, shut them, open, shut them.
Despite having plenty of wide areas, it also features lots of hidden corners encouraging the exploration. Artifice and antiquity, or man-made versus nature. Kenrokuen is a completely man-made garden, but all the elements have grown up together naturally. water courses and panoramas. We want water, so we create ponds and fountains, but we also want broad views far in the distance. In other words,
Right, we just visited the Myōryūji, also called the Ninja Temple. It was quite nice, but the pictures or videos are not allowed on the inside. And it's quite interesting to check the history. If you don't speak Japanese, they give you a guidebook so that you can follow more or less the tour guide. It's quite interesting because even, spoiler, there was no ninja, but still there is a lot of hidden areas, escape zones, a well that technically connects with the Kanazawa Castle, so it's quite interesting to see. And yeah, I mean, I think if you have enough time in Kanazawa, I would recommend coming here.
Nagamachi, located near the former Kanazawa Castle, was a district where samurai and their families used to reside. That's why it's usually known as the Samurai District. The area still preserves a historic atmosphere straight from the Edo period, with its narrow streets surrounded by remaining residences, some of them with original earthen walls. Just a simple walk around this area can offer us a glimpse of the Edo period's lifestyle. One of the main attractions here is the centrally located Nomura-ke, or the residence of the Nomura family, a samurai family that, like many others, once broke with the end of the feudal era. This restored samurai residence displays plenty of artifacts, such as a suit of armor, screen doors, hanging scrolls, as well as a beautiful inner garden. Don't forget to take the old stone stairway to the second floor, where you can find a wonderful tea house. The Tsunise Memorial Hall is also quite interesting. Shimise is the Japanese word designating the old shops established a long time ago. This memorial hall restored an old pharmacy from 1579, and it's a great example of a merchant shop during the Edo period. During these peaceful times, the samurai started a slow but unstoppable decline as the warrior class, while the merchant class developed. This one looks incredible. I had to share it with you. This one, what you can see, this is a small little house. It's the old bento, the old lunchbox that the daimyo used to use. So you know that usually the daimyo used to go in the palanquin when they travel everywhere. So here you can see all these things for making tea, for having lunch, etc. So when the daimyo needed to stop, they brought one of these, like a small lunchbox that looks like a house, so that the daimyo could have everything they wanted. The lunch, drinks, some tea, whatever they needed to make the trip a little bit better. Maybe being carried in a palanquin was not enough, so in addition they also had these kind of things to enjoy their trips. Well, that's all for today. I'm sorry for uploading this so late, but I honestly enjoyed it a lot this time. Being able to stay longer in Kanazawa and enjoy its culture and tourist points at my own pace was indeed a great experience. I will also remember Shirakawa-go with its breathtaking winter scenery, and Takayama's traditional area. Next time, I want to go back to Takayama to explore the mountain castle and try more sake varieties. But now, it's time to finish it for today. Did you enjoy it? What is the most recommended Japanese traditional town for you? Have you been to any of these places? Feel free to reply to these questions or leave any comment. I would love to read them. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. See ya!